And we're here with Jay Gill. He's Principal Manager of Cloud SDN Marketing at Infinera. Jay, welcome to the program.
Thanks very much for having me.
Thanks for being here. So I want to start off talking about one of your suite of products, if you will. It's the next generation of optical engines that you guys call Infinite Capacity Engine, of which you announced your first product under that suite on September 21st, called the Cloud Express 2. Can you tell our audience about that first?
Sure. Well, first of all, the Infinite Capacity Engine is just the latest generation of technology that we call optical engines. And so that's a combination of photonic integrated circuits, which we uniquely have in our industry, and digital signal processing electronics that allow for very high capacity, low power, high density optical transport systems to be built. And we apply those into a whole variety of products. So it's really a family of engines, if you want to think of it that way. And the first product that you mentioned, Cloud Express 2, that's using this latest generation, is really purpose-built for data center interconnect. So it's a very small, compact product that's used for point-to-point data center interconnect. And then we'll be applying that Infinite Capacity Engine into other transport products for other markets, metro, long haul, and so forth, going forward over the next year. So it's going to be an exciting year for us.
Now, of course, today is TIA's Data Center Workshop, of which you guys are a sponsor of and also participants. One panel, and coming up very soon this morning, is on hyperscale data centers. I wanted to get your perspective on the impact of hyperscale data centers on interconnect technology.
Yeah, well, there have been optical transport networks for years and years, but when the hyperscale data center operators, some of the household names like Facebook and Google and so forth, started building their networks, they really optimized around interconnecting data centers at high capacity, and they looked at every component of their network to see how they could optimize it better, and that included the optical transport. And so that was the generation of this family that we call the Cloud Express, which is purpose-built just to do that job. And what that means is that it's very easy to sort of rack and stack to add capacity, just as the data center operators do that with servers and storage. They want to be able to add new capacity very simply. They wanted to be able to do the same thing with the transport capacity between data centers. And so we built Cloud Express to do that. And that's kind of driven a new level of density and performance for data center interconnect. And then that starts to permeate into other service providers and other enterprise data center interconnect applications as well.
I want to ask you about the service provider role in data center interconnect. How can they, or how are they playing a role in there?
Well, they certainly are playing a big role. Most customers who do data center interconnect are not building their own networks. These hyperscale guys are big enough that they want to acquire dark fiber, acquire the optical transport systems, and operate them themselves. Others will be more happy to have a service provider provide the capacity they need to interconnect their data centers or to interconnect from their data center to a neutral colo facility where they may be connecting to partners or service providers. So there's a mix of service provider, managed services, if you will, and build it yourself data center interconnect services.
So Jay, part of your title is, your title is Principal Manager Cloud SDN Marketing. Mm-hmm. What role does SDN play in interconnect technology?
Well, I think SDN is going to permeate all networking over time, and in particular in our part of the business, the transport networks. It's been a little slower to take off than it has within the data center, but as people get more comfortable with the idea that networks can be programmed, they can be automated, they can be reconfigured on the fly, they want to do that in the transport networks as well. And so we're pushing technology, as are others, but we think we've done a good job with our recent announcements about SDN technology under the Exceed software suite brand that help service providers do data center interconnect more efficiently. It's not just for data center interconnect, it's for all kinds of transport applications, but it's being driven by high capacity, relatively rapid growth, and sometimes unpredictable demands that come from data center interconnect. So we think SDN and data center interconnect go very well together in a service provider's network.
Jay, enjoy the TIA's Data Center Workshop that's just about to begin, live streamed as well. So we'll see you in there.
Looking forward to it. Thanks very much, Abe.